right, how you doing today, guys? Welcome back to another day of 7th grade math. This is Mr. Gomez, your favorite teacher in the whole world. And today we're going to be talking about volume of pyramids. This worksheet actually contains pyramids and prisms, but today we're going to be focusing on pyramids. I'm going to do a few examples. But before we start, I'd like to invite you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. If you haven't seen my other channel, I'll leave a link for you up here. This is MTV Alex, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so before we start, I want to go back to the basics of this assignment, and what I want to show you is the 7th grade mathematics reference materials. This is the chart that you're going to be using whenever you take any test in 7th grade math. So if you notice over here, since we're going to be talking about volume, we're going to be focusing right here. We have volume of pyramids and prisms, okay? And we have two different formulas. V equals BH for prisms, where the uppercase B stands for area of the base. So that means that we're actually going to have to look at these formulas right here. Most likely this one and this one. You can come up across the other ones, but you will only be looking at the ones that you have in this reference chart. We're going to be focusing on triangular and rectangular pyramids and prisms, okay? So that means that for whatever the uppercase B is, you're going to substitute the value of that shape formula. B stands for the area of the base. So if we have a square pyramid, the area of the base will be the shape of the square. So you're going to have to find the area of a square, which is length times width. So forth, so on. Now, previously, we did a little bit, another video where we did this during the regular school year. And I show you a fast way to find the volume of square pyramids and triangular pyramids. And I'm going to go back to that. And if I can find the video, I'll leave a link for you over here or either in the description. So let me go ahead and find that paper. So this is the actual paper that we did previously. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link for you over here. And this is what it says. It says right here, we have some notes on this video. And look at what it says right here. I'm looking at this area right now, right here. It says the fast way to do a triangular pyramid. A triangular pyramid. What is a triangular pyramid? A triangular pyramid is a pyramid that the base is the shape of a triangle. So if you look at number 5 right there, I underline or put a pink around the triangle, which is the base. But the important thing is right here, and I highlighted it blue. It says triangular pyramids. All you had to do, the fast way, without using the formula, but you will have to memorize this, otherwise you're going to have to use the formula. Multiply the 3 numbers that they gave you. Whenever you do that, then you divide by 2, and then after that, you divide by 3. Again, the fast way to find the volume of a triangular pyramid is to multiply the 3 numbers, divide by 2, then divide by 3. And that's it. Now, there's also a fast way to do a triangle, rectangular or square pyramid. As you can see on this one, number 4. And it says the fast way for a square or rectangular pyramid, that's a pyramid whose base is the shape of a rectangle or a square, like the most of the pyramids that you see around the world. It says multiply the 3 numbers and then divide by 3. Boom, you're done. Okay? Again, the fast way, multiply the 3 numbers, divide by 3, you're done. That's for square or rectangular pyramid. Let's go back to that assignment. I'm going to work a few problems with you, and then I'm going to leave you some for you. So this assignment right here, we have 4 pages, page 1, page 2, page 3, and page 4. We're only going to be focusing on everything that is red right now. I'm going to work the ones with the red star, and my students are going to be working on the circles in red. So that's going to be a little bit of a mix-up. So number 2, for example, this is on page 1, number 2. We have a gift box that is the shape of a triangular pyramid. That's how you know what type of shape this is. Triangular pyramid. Okay? So when you know that, immediately write down the formula. V equals big B times height divided by 3. That's the formula for a triangular pyramid, or any pyramid. That's the formula for the volume. It says it's 6 inches tall. We know it's going to be 6 inches tall. So the height is going to be 6 inches. And the base of the gift box has the right triangle with the dimensions shown on the diagram. So look at this. It says the base is a triangle with the dimensions below. So that means that my base is going to be right here. And as you can see, it is a right triangle. So to find the area of the base, we need to redraw the triangle on the side, label it, and find the area for it. So big B equals the area of a triangle, which in this case is base times height divided by 2. Pretty simple. Area, and again, these formulas are in your formula chart that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Base times height, I'm only looking at this triangle right now because I redrew it. That way I don't pay attention to anything else at this moment. So my base is going to be 3 times 4, then divide by 2. So the area is going to be 3 times 4 is 12 divided by 2, which is going to be 6. This is also uppercase B. So it says, what is the volume of the gift box? I'm looking for the volume. So I'm looking for V. What is that? I don't know, but I just found B right here. I know my height is 6 inches, so I can figure out the rest, right? All I have to do is substitute the values in of everything that I know. So my uppercase B is going to be 6. My height is going to be also 6 in this case. And then I just divide by 3. So 6 times 6 is 36. Divide by 3, which is going to be 12 inches cubed. When we talk about volume, every time we talk about volume, the volume is going to be in cube units. Remember, area is square units, perimeter or circumference is just linear. It doesn't have any exponents. The volume is always going to be cubic. So my answer in this case is going to be A. It's that simple. Now, remember what I showed you right after the formula chart. The fast way to do this is to multiply the 3 numbers. If it's a triangular prisms, divide by 2, then divide by 3, right? So let's see if that works. So if I multiply the 3 numbers that I'm given, in this case, I'm given 3, 6, and 4. If I multiply 3 times 6, or 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 6 is what? 72? 72. Then divide by 3. 72 divided by 3 is going to give me how much? Gives me 24. Then divide by 2, which gives me 12. Same answer, faster way, but you will have to memorize that. Otherwise, there's the formula there for you. Any questions so far? If you have any questions about this right now, question number 2, leave them down in the comments below and I'll be happy to help you with. Now, I want to point out that sometimes you're going to be given the area of the base or the height, and you're going to have, or the volume, and then work something out to find either the height or the area of the base or one of the sides. Just work it backwards. So it's going to be very similar because we're going to have to plug in the values that we know back into the equation. Let's look at another sample. This is page 2, number 4. It says Julio must find the height of the base. This is what I was talking about. We need to find the height of the base in a triangular pyramid shown in the diagram below. Again, we have a pyramid. We know it's going to be a pyramid, triangular pyramid, because the base of this triangle, a pyramid, is also a triangle. That's simple. Now the thing is, if I redraw this triangle on the side, because that's my base, remember? I know the 9 is going, and I just flipped it. I just tilted it so I can have it laying on the base of this thing. What I want to find, according to this, I need to find the height of the base, which in this case, the height of the base, now that I drew that shape on the side, is going to be that right there. This is going to be the height. Okay? And for that, we're going to have to work it backwards a little bit. Because I know that to find B, that's just going to be the area of this triangle, which is going to be base times height divided by 2. Now notice on the first problem that we did, I have an H right here on the volume formula, but then on the area formula, I also have another H. Those two H's are not the same one. One of them is for the height, this one right here, is for the height of the prism. How tall is that pyramid? Okay? How tall is that pyramid? And this one right here at the bottom, that's going to be for the height of the base. So that's when you draw the base on the side. That's why it's very important to draw the base on the side. That way you don't mix them up. And that's exactly what I'm looking for the area, for the height of the base, not the height of the prism, or the pyramid in this case, because the height of the pyramid is given to me. So if I look at this formula, V equals big B H divided by 3, this right here is going to be that H right here. Okay? That B right there, that H right there is going to be the height of this one right here. So this one is right there. Now, if I take again, this is, let me put a pink, that way I can color code it more accurately. For B, notice, I have a different formula. And then this one becomes that one. This is nothing that you have to memorize because, again, it's given to you on the formula chart. Now, with this information, I'm going to substitute all the values that I know. Let's keep reading this problem. It says, Julio knows that the volume of the pyramid, the volume is 90 cubic centimeters. So I know this one. So let's go ahead and write down everything that I know. I know the volume is 90. I know the height is going to be 10. Okay? But I do not know everything about B. And the only thing that I know about that one is that 9 right there. You want to make it green? Let's make it blue. That way I'm color coding everything. I know that one. So that one is going to be 9. I still do not know H, but I know it's going to be divided by 2. Okay? So with this information, I'm going to substitute it back into the formula, the original formula, and find the height of that triangle. Okay? So let's see. Instead of V, I'm working with this formula. I'm going to write it right here. Instead of V, I'm going to put in 90. Right? Because that's what I have. Instead of the pink B, uppercase B, area of the base, I'm going to put in this right here. So I'm going to put in 9 H divided by 2. And instead of the other h, the black h, the height of the actual pyramid, I'm just going to put in the 10. Okay, right there, I still have to divide by 3. That was the last thing that I forgot to do. Okay? That's the last thing on this equation. So, the first thing, now that we have everything that we have, that we need on the formula, we're going to start getting rid of things to leave it by itself, to leave the pink h by itself. So 3 is the first thing that is on our way, and is dividing. So the first thing to do is multiply these two things by 3. This will cancel this out. 9 times 3 is 27 at the 0, so this is 270. And then you're going to be left with 9 h divided by 2 multiplied by 10. Right? Now we can go ahead and divide by 10 on both sides. This cancels out. And the other side is just going to be 27. Now we got to get rid of that 2, correct? So we multiply by 2. This cancels out. This side is going to be 54. And the other side is going to be 9h. And we have one more thing. Let me rewrite this over here. 54 equals 9h. One more step. Gotta leave h by itself, so we divide by 9 on both sides. Right? That cancels out. So this is gonna be 6 equals h. So that means that the height of that base is going to be what letter? B. So this height, is going to be 6 centimeters. Any questions so far? That's working it backwards. We're going to see something else. Let's look at another question. Number 4 says a company designed a cheese container in the shape of a triangular pyramid. Again, triangular pyramid. The base of the pyramid must have an area of 81 square centimeters. So the base, uppercase B, equals 81 centimeters square. So we don't need to find the area of the base because it's given to us. And whenever you see these problems like this, whenever they give you the area of the base, say thank you, because you don't have to find it. It says the base is 81 square centimeters. We found that. Well, they gave it to us. The finished container must hold volume of 324 centimeters cubed. To accomplish this, I'm looking for how tall that container needs to be. So what I'm looking for is going to be the h. Again, let's look at our formula. V equals big B. We're looking for h. Don't forget, divide by 3, right? Let's go ahead and sub the values in that we know. So for V, it's going to be 324. For uppercase B, the area of the base is how much? 81. We need to find this. We need to find the height. But we gotta divide by 3. So this is gonna be what I'm gonna be working with, okay? So again, just like on the previous thing, we gotta get rid of that 3 first, right? Because it's dividing. So the opposite of divide is to do what? Let me rewrite this somewhere else so that I can have a little more space. All right. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna multiply this by 3 and this by 3. This will cancel out. And then 324 times 3 gives me 972. And I'm left with 81H. One more step. This is a two-step equation. 81 and H, they're multiplying, so you also have to divide. What you do to one side must do to the other one. So 972 divided by 81 is going to give me a height of 12 centimeters, which is C. That means that the height of that pyramid, or the depth, or a cone, kind of like a cone, if you flip it upside down, it's not a cone because a cone is round, but you kind of get the picture, is going to be tall. From the peak to the bottom of the base is going to be 12 centimeters tall. So we saw a little bit of this one, a little bit of everything, finding the whole thing. I show you the shortcut. I'll show you how to find missing values given the other values and work it backwards. If you learned something today, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any future content. Other than that, if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. That is it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to MTV Alex, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.